Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's me, Catherine. I'm so glad you've joined me. As you know, this is the channel where we talk about how to make money online through freelance writing, which we talk about every Friday like today, and affiliate marketing, which we talk about every marketing Monday. So today is Friday, and yes, we are talking about freelance writing. As you can see, today's topic is how to write a blog post for clients. And that's the same thing as content creation, my content creation process. That's actually what I will be sharing with you. So I'll take you step by step, explaining each and every process that I go through to create my posts for clients. So the thing is, you can use this process not just for writing for clients, but also like creating your samples, your writing samples, and also just for your own writing on your blogs. I won't go into the details of SEO and search engine optimization necessarily, but I will take you through the process of writing an article, a blog post especially. So because I know some people are really like, they really wonder where to even begin when they start writing for clients. So these are the three steps that we'll be covering. Pre-content creation phase. Okay, these are just names that I've given the phases. They're not like cast on stone or written somewhere. They're just names I came up with. So the pre-content creation phase. So this is the part before I start writing any article, what I normally do. Then the content creation phase and the post-content creation phase. So for the first phase, which is the pre-content creation, at this point, let's say this is actually a task you'll be given by a client. So what you'll be doing, you'll read and understand the client's instructions. But if this is not an article you've been given to write on, that I've written, or you will check out the client's blog, okay? So maybe you've not been given instructions, but you've been told, like you've just been given a topic and you've been told by the client, write this article, and you know the client's website. So what you will do, you will check out the client's blog and you will read 2 to 3 articles there. Okay, so this is just an overview. I'm taking you through the steps, and then we'll now go in depth, like step by step. So phase 2 is the content creation phase. You will start by researching the topic, then you'll create an outline, then you'll write the draft, and then you'll edit. And as you can see, I've written rest after each step. So I will explain what that is as we continue. The third phase is post-creation phase, content creation phase. So here you'll put in the final touches to your article, like for example, images, and then you'll go through the instructions once again, and then you will read your article out loud. Yes, guys. Okay, that's it. And then after that, you submit your article or you publish it. So let's get right into it, guys. So how do you write a blog post for clients? So as you say, the first phase, I want to give you 2 scenarios. Let's say this is an assignment you've actually been given by a client, and so you have the instructions. You will go through the instructions, but I want us to start with this other option whereby you will check the client's blog. So let's say the client has not given you any instructions, but you know their website. You will go through their website, go through their blog section, and read 2 to 3 articles there. And I will explain to you what you will be looking out for. So let's have an example. I'm going to give examples of websites that I've ever written for, so that, okay, it's easier for me because now I can recall the things that I did. It was easier for me for preparation for this video. So just tag along. So there's this one website called Regiondo. Let's just call it Regiondo. You go through the blog, you go to the blog section, and you look at the blogs, the articles that have already been posted. As you can see, my name here, Catherine Irani. I've written a number of their articles. So you will click on a few of the articles, just randomly. And I've already opened 2 of them, here and here. So let me tell you what you will be looking out for as you go through the articles. You will check for three things, and this may not be exhaustive, but these are the three main things you have to look out for as you're assessing the client's articles, previously written articles. One, you need to understand the tone and style, the writing style and the tone that the client uses in his or her in his or her articles. So in terms of tone, what do I mean? It's like are they like friendly? Is it a friendly tone, a conversational tone? Is it like humorous? Like, do they use a lot of humor in their writing? Is it very formal? Do they use a lot of jargon? You know, like industry jargon, whichever niche it is. Do they use a lot of jargon, or do they use a lot of vocabulary? Like maybe just normal English, vocabulary, but like really unique vocabulary. Not all those things. That will be the style, their style of writing. So the tone is like whether it's formal or humorous or conversational and all that. But the style is like, look at the vocabularies that they're using or anything that will stand out. Maybe they use some jokes inside there, maybe something like that. So those are the things you'll be looking out for. Number two is check what their point of view in narration is. This is what I mean. Are they using first person point of view or second or third? First person is where the author, the person writing, is like the main focus. So someone will write something like, I will take you through, let's just open one of them. So here is one article, how to use Twitter for tourism marketing. So maybe if it's the first person point of view, the writer will often be mentioning that I will take you through this process, or okay, they will use the pronoun I or me or we, okay? So that's the first person. If it's the second person, they will often use the pronoun you, all right? And if it's the third person, they will say he or she or they or his or hers. You get my point? So the most common point of view is the second person, whereby it's more of conversational actually. So you're telling the reader, if you want to use Twitter for tourism marketing, for example, the article, as you can see, if you want to use Twitter for tourism marketing, this is what you have to do, blah blah blah, things like that, okay? So that's the second thing. I'll say the first thing you check out for the tone and style. The second thing is the point of view of in narration. And the third thing is the structure. So the structure, you will go through the article and see how they've structured it. For example, here, how to use Twitter for tourism marketing. You just look at it. You can see there's a subtopic here. Should you even use Twitter for tourism marketing? Then there's another one, 9 tips to use Twitter for tourism marketing. And now they've listed the 9 points. You can see, just continue scrolling. This is exactly what you'll be doing. You scroll till the bottom and you get to the conclusion. I think there's a one more subtopic, how to get started with Twitter, and then the conclusion, okay? So that is the structure. And actually, let me give you a tip. There's an extension you can use that's called Detailed SEO Extension, as you can see what I'm pointing at. When you click on it, it easily shows you, and then you click this tab for headings, it shows you all the subheadings that the client has used, that the article has. So you can see it's how to use Twitter for tourism marketing. Then there's a table of content. Then the first subtopic, should you even use Twitter? You can see it's very easy to understand, like the flow of like the subheadings and all that. So yeah, get this extension. It's free actually. It's a Chrome extension. So you just click on it and you see. So that's what you look at as the third thing. As you recap, let me give you a quick recap. The 3 things you'll be looking out for as you read the different articles on the client's website. You'll be looking for the tone and style. Number 2, you'll be looking for the point of view of narration. Number 3, you'll be looking for the structure. So at the first time, just read through the 2 articles, like 2 or 3. Go to the website, go to the blog section, look at the articles that are there, click on them, right click this and open, and read this first one, then read the second one, you see? And then you note those things that I've told you, the three things. I will give you another example. Like in this case, there's another website called the Cool List. So here, just look for two articles. I've already opened two articles, and as you can see, after you've read it, you have to read it to understand the tone, style, and the point of view of narration, okay? But for the structure, as I've told you, use this extension, detailed SEO extension, click on the headings tab, and you can see all the subtopic. Let's use this example. It's very clear and straightforward. So for the Cool List, these are what are they called? They're product reviews. Yes. So you have the main title, then you have things to consider before buying a pilot watch, 8 of the best pilot watches, and then they've been listed there. And then the last thing is what to look for in a great pilot watch, and then a pilot watch, a brief history, and then conclusion. The same thing with this other sample. You will notice that they have that flow. Like they list, you see the topic, then they list the items, and then they have the buying guide, which for the other one they said what to look for when buying a pilot watch. In this case, they've just called it buying guide and then the conclusion. So using those two examples, let me just use this example for the Cool List website. Using those two examples, you can see that the structure is very simple in terms of they just have the heading, then they list each of the products that they're going to review, and then they have a buying guide, a section where they talk about what to look for before you buy that item, and then the conclusion. So in case you are writing for this website and they did not give you any instructions, you will take note of that. You see, take note of that. Okay, so that's what you do for phase 1 if you don't have instructions. All right, but then now if you have instructions, which is what I'm going to use as I take you step by step. Let me just close this so that my internet will not be too slow, because we are done with this Windows. All right, so I'll take you step by step. I'll use an example. Actually, this is a very recent example. It was a test article. So I just copy pasted the instructions that were sent on the email, and you will see what website I was writing for. So these are the instructions. Write a 400-word review of any of the topics below. So these are the 3 topics you are to choose. And then the instructions are for guidelines on style and format. This is what I was telling you about. Please consult these blog posts, and they've listed them on their website. You see? And then, so you can actually see that even the clients actually like that when you go through their blog posts and see how they write. So that as you write, you try and emulate their style as much as possible, and their formatting is, which is what I call structure. Okay, then they also said we will be assessing, these are the things they will be assessing: your ability to write good actionable content. Actionable, that's very key, within a limited word count. They're saying limited word count because they said 400 words review, you see. Then another instruction is how well can you adapt to our style and tone. These are things that actually most clients want, whether they've written them in your instructions or not. Most clients require that. Very few will tell you to just write in whichever style you want to. Okay, then there's another one whether you can stick to our required structure and your ability to follow instructions. Then the last thing, use American English. Make sure the post is 400 words. No internal and external links. No table of contents. Please send the piece to this email, and all that in Google Docs or Word document. You get? So those are the instructions. And now we will go step by step. I will not take too much time. I hope this won't be too long, but I'm trying to show you my process. This is not necessarily the best way of, writing a blog post, but I'm just sharing with you my process so that maybe you really are at a loss and you don't know where to begin. You can borrow my style of creating content. So they've said, first of all, first of all, choose a topic. And that's where I began. And you just look at the topics and, okay, what I chose is, what is a sales funnel? So that's a tutorial, that's the topic I chose, a tutorial on what is a sales funnel. So what I did, I looked at all these 3 blogs, 4 that they gave us, and I decided to follow the one that looked most similar to the topic I was writing on. So since I was writing about what a sales funnel is, like a tutorial, the most similar blog post was what is email marketing. So after reading all of them, the 4, I focused on this one, what is email marketing. And now guys, at this point, actually I want you to pause, and if you can do this, please, I just have one request for you. If you can take time right now before continuing with this video and actually do this, like if you want to practice, I'm just doing this, it's for your own good, and I think it will really help you. I want you to practice actually how to write an article, you know, and how to follow instructions to the letter. So I'm giving you that task. If you want to do it, I think you will really benefit. If not, you can continue with the video from this point. But if you want to benefit the most, I want you to look at these instructions and write and do the whole, like follow these instructions and write the article on your own before continuing with this video, okay? Even if it will take you like a whole day and then you'll come back to this video tomorrow, there is no problem at all. Like you will benefit the most. You know why? Because after you've done this and you follow the instructions, and then you come back to watch my video to the end, you will be able to assess and see what you did right, what you did wrong, where you need to improve, and all that. Okay, guys? So please, please, if you want the best, like you want to benefit the most from this video, actually, please just stop at this point and take this as your own assignment. Go and write the article using these instructions. I've paused enough here so you can see the instructions. Write it and then come back and listen to the rest of this video, listening to what I did and how I went about it. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm the best at this, but my sample, my work was accepted, so it means I did something right. Okay. So yes, and in the meantime, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of more videos. Otherwise, we are continuing. Yes, if you're back now, just continue from this point. So we were to look at the articles that the client has on the website. And as I say, because I was writing about what is a sales funnel, I measured on this article what is email marketing, and I read through it. And first of all, one of the main things you have to look at is how they write their introduction and how they write their conclusion. So you will read this. This is the introduction. You will see they've even quoted some statistics. That means the client likes something like that. And as you will be looking at other articles on the website, you will notice the same thing. It's sort of like proof, like showing, validating why you're covering this topic or why it's important, the information you're giving, why it's important, and all that. Okay, and then I said you also need to look at the structure or the format. So that includes how the subheadings they use and the headings. Using the extension I told you about, just click on it and look at what they have. So this is about email marketing. So the first topic was what is email marketing. Then the next thing is set up a successful email marketing strategy. So they gave steps on how to set up email marketing strategy. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5 until step 6. Okay, and 7, and then the conclusion. So that, like, very simply, you can actually use that as your structure. Like, just have that in mind, that you will, define what email marketing is. Or now in our case, we are talking about, because I chose sales funnel. What is a sales funnel? So what is a sales funnel? And you describe it. You can talk about benefits. You can see here, actually, they talk about benefits. I forgot to note that. Let's just go back to the extension. Yes, and what is email marketing? They talked about email marketing benefits and types of email marketing. That's very important, you see. So in our article, we will talk about the same things. We will mention the benefits of a sales funnel and the types, if there are types, you know. Okay, so that is the first step. You have gone through the article on their website. Now, that is the first phase, as I told you, of pre-content creation. All right, guys? Now we are going to the second phase. The second phase is the content creation phase, okay? And the content creation phase is now where you do research on the exact topic that you're going to be tackling, all right? And at this point, I'm going to explain to you what I meant by rest, like on this sequence. What I mean is, after every step, like after researching, it's always best to take some time away, like away from, you know, like the laptop, or away from all like the topic you are writing about and all that, because it helps you to digest whatever you've done. Okay, so if you have a lot of time, you can actually take, like, you can sleep on it, meaning you can research on one day and then sleep, like, you know, like wait till the next day and then create the outline on the next day. Why that helps is because as you're creating the outline, you will sort of like be researching once again, but now you already have an idea of what you're, you know, writing about, and then you create your outline and then you rest. So you can rest just for a few minutes. If you have time, you can, you know, let it lie for a whole, you know, like the rest of the day, do other things, you know, write for other clients and everything, then come back the next day and write the draft. Now write your article and then sleep on it, and then the final day you come and edit. Okay, so I know it's not always possible to do that, so if you can, always just take some rest, you know, even if it's like a 5 minutes break, or just go away from whatever you are doing, the writing or the researching, and then come back sort of like with a fresh mind. Okay, so now let's go get into the research phase. You will see, okay, yes, so this is the research phase. I had copy pasted the outline, actually the client sample, because I wanted to understand the structure, so it was easier for me to look at it here. Okay, so you will look at the research phase involves now just typing on Google what is a sales funnel, like typing the exact topic that you're going to be writing on. All right, sorry about that. So you just search on Google what is a sales funnel. So you will read at least 3 of the articles that will appear on the first page that have a very similar topic, like, or the same topic as what you're writing on. I say 3 not to mean that that's like cast on stone. You can read 3 or more than 3, or even just 2. If you're very familiar with the topic, you can even read just 2. But if the topic is very, very new to you and it's strange and you need to understand so much, sometimes I end up reading like even 5 articles or even 6, you know, and this is just the first phase, you know, of research. I'm not saying that those are the only articles you will read. As we go along, you will notice that at some point you may end up reading so many other articles, but stick with me. I will just explain all that. Okay, so you will read the articles on this first page. So you've written on Google and you see this, so you can click like on the first one, the second one, and the third one. And I always write down my sources, whether the client asks me to do so or not, because as I'm continuing to write, sometimes I forget. I'm like, where did I read such and such a thing? So if you didn't have your list of sources somewhere, it will be so hard to like trace back your steps and find out where the article was that you read on a certain point. Okay, so we've researched, and then you open. So in this case, I didn't open the first 3. I think I skipped a few. I think I opened the first one, second one, and one down below. So you just open it and you read. Guys, you have to read every word if possible, like just quickly, like just to understand generally what's happening, okay, what the topic is about. So the 3 articles, here they are. You read them. Then the next thing you will be doing after reading is understanding, as we say, the structure that these articles have. Because yes, we already looked at the structure that the client wants, like the client normally has for their articles. But in this case, you're looking at the structure of this specific topic, because maybe you couldn't find any other topic on the client's website that is very similar to the one you're handling. All right. So you need to look at the structure of this topic, of the articles written on this topic for the other articles, this competitor, let's just call them competitor websites. Okay, so using the extension I told you about, just click on that and you will see all the subtopics here. And that's what I did. I copy pasted them here on my document. It just makes it easier because you will remove some of the places that are not, some of the parts that are not like subtopics. They're like advertisement, because as you can see, when you click on this, some of the things that will appear are more of like advertisements within the article. Let me just show you, like here at the bottom you can see here why the name change, try us free for 14 days, things like that. Sometimes they're even within this, in the middle of these subheadings. So I just prefer to copy paste them somewhere. Actually, I learned about this tool very recently. So before, I used to just have to really like write down those subtopics, trust me. Because sometimes when the topic is very complex, I can't like just understand everything and grasp everything and just go on. So I used to actually write down like at least two formats for the other competitor articles that I've researched. So this tool makes things so much easier. So make sure you get it. It's free, yes, once again. So you look at read this article and this one and this one. And then you get the outline. We've taken the one for the first one. The second one, I also took it and I pasted it here. You can see Crazy Egg. That is this website. And then the third one, I took it and pasted it here. As you can see, it's down here. Let me just get it. Yeah, fit small business. So I put down their outline, okay? So now you will notice, now this is where I want to be very, very practical, because we are done with the first stage of phase 2. Phase 2 is research, create outline, write draft and edit. We have done the research, okay? We have put the exact topic on Google, and we have looked at the articles that have been written on the exact same topic. Sometimes you may not get exact articles similar to the topic you want to write on. So just get others that are very close to that topic. And why we choose the ones that are ranking on page 1 is because most likely those are the best. And the best part actually is, the most ideal situation is if you have focused on a specific niche, meaning all your content is always about a specific niche. You will get to a point where you will understand, you will know the best websites, all right? So like in this case, this is digital marketing and this is my niche. So whenever I see, for example, Crazy Egg, whenever I see that website, I just know that's a very credible website and I will read their article, even if they're really down, below here, like not on number 1 on the first page, you see. Or if I get even this fit small business, I've been seeing it often. And then if you get like websites like Neil Patel or Brian Dean, those are just examples of the websites that I know of that are very, very credible when it comes to digital marketing. So it's the same for you. If you have specialized on a specific niche, or you've been writing so often in a specific niche, you will get to a point where you will know which are the best websites. So your research phase will be easy. You will just know, if you get any information on that topic written by a certain website, you have to read it, okay? Done with the first step. The second step, creating the outline. So when I was copy pasting the outlines for those 3 other articles, the competitor articles, this is what I was aiming for. Now creating my own outline. So let's go through this very quickly. I want us to, let me just compress them so that you can see them like at a quick glance. I think I can reduce, I don't know if, okay, it's okay. Let's just use it the way it is. So like for the first one, what is a sales funnel? Then they explained the first subtopic is what is a sales funnel? Why is the sales funnel important? What are the sales funnel stages? So it means, like, if you didn't know what a sales funnel is, now you come to realize, oh, there are stages of the sales funnel, you see? And then how to create a sales funnel for your business, and then find the cracks in your sales funnel stages, how sales funnel management can help, then deliver the right message at the right stage of the sales funnel, and master the sales funnel process with KIP or something. This is a website. So the main thing here is what's a sales funnel, the importance, the stages, and how to create one. And I know that because now I already looked at the others. They have the same thing. What is a sales funnel? Why is a sales funnel important? The 4 stages, you can see. And then an effective sales funnel example. That's more or less like saying how to create one. You can see even here how to build a sales funnel. You see that's the second article. And then the third one, again, what is a sales funnel? Stages of a sales funnel. How to use your sales funnel. You get my point? Do you get the drift? Then benefits of using a sales funnel. You see, as you were doing your research, now today you're writing your outline, you now start seeing the trend with all the other articles, that these are the things that they talk about. And now you can write your own outline. So my outline, as you can see, what is a sales funnel? I just wrote here that I will write a small introduction. Then I repeated what is a sales funnel. This was based on what I noticed on the client's article. Okay, guys, this is very important. This is where you blend in what the client wants or what they already do with on their website and what you find on research. So it feels like I've repeated the title, but not really, because when you go back to the article we were using as our main focus for researching, this whole topic is about email, what is email marketing. And yet, after the main topic, they again wrote, what is email marketing? I don't know if you get it, but okay, that's how I understood it. So this was an introduction. This is just the introduction, and then what is now defining what a sales funnel is, okay? And then now there's the other subtopic, benefits of a sales funnel, and then the sales funnel stages, and then how to create an effective sales funnel, and conclusion. So guys, we are done with the second stage, which is creating your outline. And that has been advised or you've been inspired by the other articles, also tying it with what the client already does for their website, okay? So we are done with the second step. And if you have time, you can rest, just take a few minutes, or you can just leave that and wait for the next day to now write the draft. And this is where the rubber meets the road. I know, guys. This is where now it can get really tough. But don't fear, don't worry. I'm going to just guide you a bit. I will not take you step by step, but I will not give you the nitty-gritties, but I will help you, show you how I normally go about it. So far, you already know what the topic is about, okay? So as you're writing, you can try and write from memory, just remembering all the things you've been writing about. But I know and I understand that sometimes that is really, really hard, okay? So this is what I normally do, actually, many times, especially when I've not fully understood the topic. Yes, I've understood it, but I can't just write out of memory, you see? So what I do, I go back to each of those articles and read each section as I write. So starting with the introduction, I will just go through the introduction for all the articles that I was researching on. And after I read the introductions, I will now come and write my own introduction, because now I have an idea. But make sure, guys, that now as you're writing, you're not copy pasting. You're just, because you've just read a small section, it's easier now to write from memory and just use your own words, okay? Okay, so it's actually easier that way when you've read just a small portion, okay? So read a small portion and then write using your own words. And that will help you to avoid plagiarism. I know it's risky just reading and then writing immediately, but sometimes you have to do that if the topic is too complex. Like you can't just remember everything and just start writing from the beginning to the end. So that's normally what I do. And then, so you've written the introduction, and then go to the first subheading, what is a sales funnel? And then read all the articles, the three, like now we have three, you read the three of them, what they defined a sales funnel as, and then you come and write that part. Then benefits of a successful sales funnel. So go to all of them, go to the section where they talk about, okay, this one is why is the sales funnel important. Here I think they talked about the benefits, what is a sales funnel, let's just scroll to the bottom, explain how it works. Here they talk about the stages and all that. Yes, an effective sales funnel example. Okay, you will just get it below. Then this one, you go to where they talk about the benefits. I think it was how to use a sales funnel. It was much further, benefits of using a sales funnel. Okay, so read all those sections and then now come and write benefits of a sales funnel. And then the stages, as repeat the same process. Read for each of them and then you write. Then how to create an effective sales funnel. Read for each of them and then you write. And then you conclude. Okay? So I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope that really made sense for you. I really don't know how else to like elaborate on it without taking too much time because the video is already long enough. So that's how you will create, how you will write your draft. So don't concentrate too much on editing and all that. Just write it just with your own words from memory after you're reading each section. Okay? And then the last thing is editing. So editing is where you will go through like each and every, you will read your document from the beginning to the end as you edit, for grammar and, like sentence structure, like the flow of ideas and all that. And by the way, if you are not able to rest for any of this, after any of these stages, this is a point at which you really need to get some rest before you start editing. Because editing really needs you to have a fresh mind so that you can be effective. So even if you had not like gone away from your computer through the research phase, the outline creation phase, and the draft writing, now you really have to take some time off, even if it's 30 minutes or an hour. If you can, sleep on it and come and edit on the next day. It really helps to have a fresh mind, guys, when you're editing. So you're editing for grammar, you're editing for sentence structure, you're looking at the flow of ideas, making sure it's okay and all that. And that completes the phase 2, that is content creation. So I'm sure you're wondering, so what next if we've done all that? But let me just show you what you're supposed to do with phase 3. Phase 3 is the final touches. Like if the client wants images, that's when you put the images. If the client, if you hadn't put links, like now add links to your document. If you hadn't, formatted, like in terms of like heading 1, heading 2, like all that, those are the things that you'll be doing at this phase, the final touches. And then a very, very important step, go through the instructions once again. So you will read the instructions that the client gave and make sure everything they said you have complied. Like read sentence by sentence. If you hadn't read the whole thing at the beginning, at this point you cannot afford not to read the instructions again to make sure you did not miss even one thing. Sometimes the instructions are really long, like it can be like 2 pages, 3 pages. It really depends on the client. But guys, if you want to make sure you're scoring clients and you're retaining them, you have to follow the instructions to the letter. So read the instructions to the letter and finish. And then the final thing, which I don't know if you guys do this, but you had better do this. Read your article out loud from beginning to end. It will help you identify mistakes that maybe had just, passed you by and you had not noticed, So read your article out loud. If you don't want to read it out loud, you can use those apps that convert text to speech so that it just reads for you, and then you can actually note some mistakes that maybe you hadn't noticed before. And that's it, guys. You have finished writing your article. This is what I had. My final article, you remember it was just 400 words, so it's not too long. So you just, you finished and now you can submit. That's the last thing. Submit article or publish it. If it was not an assignment, if it was just your own, like a sample you are writing, now you can publish it and you're good to go. So guys, that is my content creation process. Like, that's how I write blog posts, and you can borrow my ideas. Maybe you do the same. I'd like you to comment below, like, what is new for you, like what have you noticed that you weren't doing before, that you think you should be doing in your content creation process. Please comment down below and let me know. Also, if there's a part that you think there's something I've left out, because yes, it's possible I may have left out something, just comment below please and tell me, like, maybe if your process is different, just write it down below in the comment section below. I'll be so glad to get even more ideas on how to fine-tune my own process. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. I think it's been quite a long video, but I hope it's been helpful. If you've liked it, please hit the like button, because it lets me know, it helps me know, like, we are flowing and you're benefiting from the content, and also it helps broadcast the article, the video, to other people. So thank you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for sticking with me till now. May you have a nice time, and see you on the next video. On Monday we'll be having Marketing Monday. I know I didn't upload a video last Monday, but this Monday something good is coming up, so make sure to watch out for that video. Bye guys, see you on the next video. Goodbye, God bless you.